got to tell you about my mother. You know, my mother thinks that I got. I'll do it in her accent as well. My mother thinks I got Hep C because I used to hit up marijuana, and that's what she used to tell her. You know, my Jake used to hit up marijuana. You know that, don't you? How she thought I could hit up marijuana, I don't know, but I don't argue with her. Yeah. I look more at the steel rather than the fact that hitting up marijuana. Yeah. So I'm very fortunate though to have a lot of support, you know, and that's what you need to look for. And if you can't get it from out there, get in contact with the HEP Council and they can help you find support. You know, whether it's from here or whether it's from a chat line or whatever it is, you need support. I have a big WOG family. You know, there was one stage there when they thought that there was a big thing on that Vegemite was really good for people with hepatitis C. All my aunties went out and bought, I'm sure they bought Franklin's out of Vegemite jars. And they rang my mother. We've got the article, you know, we've got it. The one where it says Vegemite works, you know. We've got the Vegemite. And they had cases of Vegemite for me to eat. True, that is the truth. So I'm very fortunate with that sort of stuff. They do look at that and they support me. But that's the sort of stuff that you need. And that helps with my positive outlook as well. You know, you don't have to be down. Just look up. You know, you won't, Hep C will not kill you. You are more than likely going to die of old age than Hep C itself. But you've got to look after yourself. You know, you've got this liver thing that's really important. You know, if you're going to continue to put alcohol in your body, hello, it's not going to like it and it'll fight you. Yeah, well, for me, see, I haven't really drunk alcohol for a long time, but there was a period of time where I had a bit of a sort of an outburst and had some alcohol. And I tell you what, my Hep C my liver was screaming at me. I won't say the words that it was screaming at me, well, the words that I thought it was saying, because they were very rude. But the pain that I would get would make me swear like that, you know, and it loves the alcohol. It just sort of eats it up and makes it worse. And, you know, personally, my personal opinion is, I mean, I know there are people out there that do have an issue with drinking. You know, try and reduce. That's what you've got to try first. But personally, the way to go for me is abstinence. You know, but if you can't do that straight away, then try and get to that. That would be the ultimate goal, because your liver doesn't like alcohol. Or should I say, it does like alcohol. And that is what will kill you. You know, and we know when we drink a lot and we get pissed, we don't eat the right food either. You know, a bowl of peanuts just looks good. And you don't eat. So that's going to make it all worse. So if you're abstinent or if you're reducing, you can then look at what you eat, the intake. All those things matter. What do you feel like when you've had a big drink the night before? You feel like crap the next day. Well, if you haven't had a drink, then you're going to feel better, then there's less stress on your liver. So there's like it's a whole circle there. So it's all that. Well, mainly because people are ignorant. They don't understand what Hep C is. As soon as people find out what Hep C is, and if there's someone that's relatively close, then they're not too bad. You know, I've heard a lot of people get discriminated. Personally, I haven't had a lot of discrimination, but then look at me. I mean, really, you're going to discriminate against me? Good luck.
So what do you think the difference is with you, how you've handled?
I think it's a lot to do with your attitude. You know, like if I go out there and you know, there's a famous saying that I heard, and it really is perfect for this: pour me another drink. You know, it's just like if you're going to go out there with that attitude, then you're going to get, you know, it's like I said before, what you put out is what you get. So if you look at yourself as some suffering victim, then they're not going to know how to respond to you. And I'm not saying that that's with everyone. Some people are just plain outright rude. and there's a lot of other words I could use for it too, but plain outright rude. No matter what you say or how you are, they're just going to be like that. Now those people are all over the place, right? We will never change them. However, your outlook on your disease or whatever you want to call it, your liver problems, will help how people respond to you. If you throw it in their face and just go like that and wait for a response, you're not going to get a response, you're going to get a reaction, right? But if you just say it as part and parcel, you know, oh, I've got Hep C, you know, and once again I must say that it's not going to work for everybody, but it is, some of it, it's about how you put it out there as well. You know, don't say it to shock people, because you will get shocked. It'll probably be you in the end that'll get shocked, you know, because they don't know about it, you know. So one of the things I would suggest to people, especially if they're going to go into a relationship, you know, if you're having a one-night stand, it is not necessary to discuss your status with them, really. That is your choice. If you want to do them, then that is your choice, because it's not considered a sexually transmissible infection. If you think there is blood involved for some unknown reason, well then that's a different story again. But still it is up to you and how you handle that, right? But if you want to discuss it with this, because this relationship is going to go a little bit further, and this person treats you like you are absolutely infectious and disease-ridden, is that a relationship you want to be in anyway? You know, you want to be with someone that's going to love you for who you are, not what you've got. Yeah? So that again comes back to what you put out. You know, so I think attitude has a lot to do with that. So if you talk to your partner, you say to them, I can get information on this if you don't know about it. Let's talk about it, let's discuss it, let's communicate. Oh, hello, that's right, communication. Really important, you know. It's important in any relationship you have. So that's what you need to do. But if that person starts to discriminate right from the word go, I can guarantee that the relationship won't work anyway. So it's probably a see ya, or as I would say, S ya. I think they need to write it down. They need to write it down where they were, what they were doing. If they don't know the phone number for the Anti-Discrimination Board of Queensland, then they can give the Hepatitis Council a call and we can give them the number. We don't do advocacy, but we can certainly support you. Advocacy means a lot of things. It's also giving you the telephone number for, you know, the anti-discrimination. So, and we want you to follow that through, because that's not right. You know, they are discriminating, and it's in the law that it is illegal to discriminate against someone with hepatitis C. So that is the law. So you have every right to follow that up. And we can show you how to do that.